the big meeting between US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Going live to Washington, D.C., those are visuals that you see of President Donald Trump in person receiving Volodymyr Zelenskyy at the White House. This is the high-stakes meeting. The meeting is underway as we speak. He did not respond to questions that were being fielded by reporters waiting out there. But this is a rare moment. In the recent past, we've not seen Donald Trump really come out and receive a leader, be it Macron, the French president, the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, or even Indian Premier Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But this is what a high-stakes deal means to Donald Trump. At least $500 million deal is what the two sides are looking at. Will that be signed or not is something we'll have to wait and see. The joint statement is expected in an hour or so from now. Zelenskyy wants a lasting peace in Ukraine with security guarantees like NATO membership, and that's the pretext and has been for the war that began between Russia and Ukraine. And in exchange, he does offer a deal of rare earth mineral mining in his country, which was proposed not by Ukraine, but by the United States of America. Since Donald Trump came to power, there has been a lot of developments in the 3-year-old war in Ukraine. Because the U.S. president wants it to end, there has been so far 2 Russia-U.S. diplomatic delegation level talks. Okay, we just have Donald Trump speaking right there. Let's just dip into what he's saying.
And we appreciate working with you very much. And we will continue to do that. We have had some very good discussions with Russia. I spoke with President Putin, and we're going to try and bring this to a close. It's something that you want and that he wants. We have to negotiate a deal. But we've started the confines of a deal, and I think something can happen. The big thing is the number of soldiers, mostly at this point, but soldiers being killed. You're losing thousands of soldiers. On both sides, we're losing a lot of soldiers, and we want to see it stop. And we want to see the money get put to different kinds of use, like rebuilding. And we're going to be working very hard. But we've had a lot of very good conversations. I will say until we came along, the Biden administration didn't speak to Russia whatsoever. They didn't speak to anybody. They just allowed this to continue. And I will say that, I'll say in front of you, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, if I were president, this war would have never happened. We would have had a deal negotiated for you without having to go through what you've gone through. But your soldiers have been unbelievably brave. We've given them great equipment, but somebody has to use the equipment. They've been unbelievably brave, and we give them great credit. This was supposed to be over very quickly. And here we are 3 years later. So I give tremendous credit to your generals and your soldiers and yourself in the sense that it's been very hard fighting, very tough fighting. They're great fighters. And you have to be very proud of them from that standpoint. But now we want to get it over with. It's enough, right? We want to get it over with. So it's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to sign the agreement at the conference in the East Room in a little while, right after lunch. And we'll be having lunch together. We're also discussing some other things. And we appreciate everybody being here. It's somewhat of an exciting moment, but the really exciting moment is when they stop the shooting or we end up with a deal. And I think we're fairly close to getting that, and an honor to have you. Thank you very much. It's an honor to have President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. And we've been working very hard, very close. So we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time and very well.
Okay, that's Donald Trump saying that he wants lasting peace, but he's also announced, and that's the big news coming in, no conversations. He's saying that the deal is going to be signed in the East Room. That's a big development. That means both sides have decided on what this deal entails. Does this entail security guarantees for Ukraine? Because President Trump not so long ago had said that he's not going to guarantee securities, but in return for the minerals that they're going to source from Ukraine, there could be weapons that could be sent to Ukraine. So